controversy, opinion, point of view. This is Prime News.
This is unbelievable. Joining me tonight, FBI Atlanta Special Agent in Charge Brian Lampkin and Jen Berman, a psychotherapist. Thank you both for joining me. I want to play for you how this whole thing started for people that don't know this story. These three siblings are together in a white vehicle that you're going to see in this videotape, and apparently they're speeding, so police are trying to pull them over for speeding. Ends up shots fired, and this high-speed chase ensues. Take a look.
I believe it's occupied by two male subjects. Shots were fired from the passenger side view. 94, he just cut through the parking lot CVS at Morris Bridge. He's now... He's now headed southbound on Morris Bridge. Fired several more shots at me.
This is unreal. This is unreal. Jen, here's the thing. Mom goes on television to say, hey, turn yourselves in. I don't think they're turning themselves in, but I hear the voice of Mom, and these are three siblings who had a mother who said, I love you. I mean, are people born with some sort of defect? Is this a nature versus nurture? What's going on here? How do you have a daughter, a son, and your youngest child as well, all three of them on the lam together firing at police?
Well, you certainly have to wonder what in the world was going on in that house. They were 3 for 3. Between the three of these kids, even prior to this bank incident, they had 20 felonies between the three of them. So clearly something was going on in that house, because it is unlikely that you're just 3 for 3 statistically when it comes to nature versus nurture. I believe that there had to be some kind of combination.
And here's the other thing. I wanted to take a look at a text message. This was sent to the mother, a text message sent by one of the siblings, and it says, there's a time for all of us to die. These folks are dangerous. These folks are dangerous, aren't they?
This is not going to end well. This is not going to end well.
Brian, how dangerous are these people? Brian, I mean, my goodness, we got signs everywhere, but people should not approach this trio. They're way too dangerous.
No, they should not. The text messages, the wanton endangerment that they pose to everybody would indicate, you know, they don't care of what type of havoc they're going to wreak. But I agree with the mother in that we would like to see this resolved peaceably and have them turn themselves in. And that's why we want to move forward with our investigation with all of our partners in Florida, Georgia, and other places to locate these individuals. Ask the public, do not engage them, treat them with extreme caution, but notify your local law enforcement, the nearest FBI office, for us to follow up and try to locate these individuals.
Yeah, can we put a picture of the car? We have a picture of the car up there that we can throw up for everyone to see? And this is the vehicle they may see. My goodness, look at, they got AK-47s. And this is, again, a woman and her two brothers. There's the car. Jen, it just doesn't sound like to me that they're going to turn themselves in peaceably. I think they're going to end up dead.
Unfortunately, it appears that they've got nothing to lose at this point, or at least from where they stand psychologically speaking. And the text, to me, indicates that these are kids who are planning to either kill themselves or go for some kind of death by cop.
Up next, a peek inside the mind of a sexual predator as we see and hear the wild ramblings of the man who abducted Elizabeth Smart from her own bedroom.
Did you sing this to Elizabeth right before you had sex with her? Did you ever sing it before you held a knife to a 14-year-old girl's throat? No, neither did I. Now you're gonna need something.
Oh, bless me now,
As convicted sex predator Brian David Mitchell, the man who abducted and molested Elizabeth Smart, being interrogated after he was caught, giving us a glimpse inside the mind of these predators. Joining me tonight, criminal defense attorney, former sex crimes prosecutor Nicole DeBort, and author and psychologist in Los Angeles, Jen Berman, joins us as well. Thank you both. Nicole, you know, I see a little bit of a pattern here because I've been talking about the Warren Jeffs case, and now we're talking about this case, two sex predators going after little girls and using God as the reason why.
Doesn't get any fouler than that. These guys were able to get the right guy off the street in this circumstance, and certainly have done everybody a big service by doing so.
Jen Berman, you know, there are two concepts that are so pure, or supposed to be pure and innocent, and that is, you know, religion and children. Yet guys like this put those two pure, innocent things together to create their own perversion.
Absolutely. And we know that he's been diagnosed. The court-appointed psychiatrist said that he's an antisocial personality disorder and a narcissistic personality disorder. And so we know that this is someone who is lying and manipulating in order to cover his own butt, and that he is using his relationship with God to justify his sick and deviant acts with children. And it doesn't get any lower and more disgusting than that, or sicker.
And Nicole, the other thing that struck me about this interrogation is this is a bright guy. He's not stupid. I mean, he knows what he's doing. He's mentally off, obviously, because of what he's convicted of doing. But this is a smart guy, too. That's the other thing that struck me here.
You know, this is an interesting confession tape. I mean, I would say generally what you would much prefer to have is a confession where the person confessing is doing all the talking or more of the talking. It actually is a very risky thing that you're seeing here from the detectives, in my opinion, in that it turned out fine in this case, and ultimately the right thing happened. However, if you are feeding the person that you're questioning too much of the story and then you just get the same facts back, that can create a real legal problem for the people trying to prosecute the case. They're just fortunate in this case that it worked out well.
Yeah, and it did work out well. There was a conviction. Jen, how about, from what we're hearing from this man, he goes into song, he did it during his interrogation, he did it during his trial. Is it a way for him to justify in his own mind the perverted things that he's done to try to make it seem like it's something else?
No, I think, like you said, he's a smart guy, and this is a smart guy who wants to make sure he looks incompetent for trial, and I think that's his game.
Very well. Scary stuff, real scary stuff. Nicole DeBoard, you're going to stick around. Jen Berman, thank you so much.
Absolutely.
We really do appreciate it. Coming up, folks, another story we've been talking about.